Maximista's latest missive was undoubtedly issued by her most delicate fingers.
Hey, enough about Maxie, okay? Delete the message right now and focus on Devlin.
Okay, it's deleted.
Dr. Devlin, you scare me to death. It's like some weird horror movie or something.
Maxie. You do the whole airhead thing very well. Oh, it's very convincing, but I'm afraid not convincing enough to save your life.
2 for 1. Maybe this is my lucky night.
Don't bet on it.
You know, I'm going to be open all night long if you want to come back.
Okay, fine. I get it. The feeling's mutual. And it's good to know where I stand. We have one thing in common, all of us, and that's all that matters. We have a common enemy. My father, Anthony Zaccara. So, which one he wants to step up and kill him?
We never discussed bringing Michael home. What that would mean?
It means Michael's going to be taken care of by his mother.
You deliberately kept me in the dark about this, didn't you?
I don't need anyone else's opinion. I'm going to do what I have to do for
Anyone
my
else?
son.
I'm not just anyone else, Carly. Last time I checked, I was your husband. Or does that not matter anymore?
Don't mind her. She's just having a nervous breakdown.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. No, I'm not.
I guess swinging upside down got you all mixed up.
Oh, please. I can drink Luke under the table any day.
Well, that's it. She's drunk. You're drunk.
I'm not drunk. Any spy worth a tequila salt can hold their liquor because, you know, loose lips can get you killed.
Well, I kind of feel like killing myself right now.
That's okay. That's just the mother-daughter dynamic. Patrick, you tell me, am I out of line asking you when you're going to marry my daughter? I mean, after all, she is carrying your child.
Yes.
It's not his decision.
Oh, you see, this is a problem that she's had ever since she was a little girl.
What problem?
That she is unable to verbalize what it is that she desires the most for fear that it will be taken away from her.
You've never told me that before.
I blame myself because I had a lot of problems with her father.
This has nothing to do with you and Dad.
Everything to do with us, of course. Why would you want to repeat history? You know, you see, I don't know if you know this or not, but I kept Robin's existence from her father for a long time. But the difference being, of course, that Robert and we were married at the time that Robin was conceived, which happened when we were on the run. We were in Europe. And
That's enough, Mom.
I'm sorry.
Should I be taking notes?
Let's just pretend like this never happened, okay?
I can stay if you
No,
want
I don't.
to stay.
It would actually help me a lot if you left right now.
No, you can't. I don't want him to leave because I want to talk about when you're going to get married.
Hello, darling. You look lovely.
Oh, hi. Glad to see you. When did you get here?
I just did. Didn't I make it clear that this was not a working dinner? Thank you.
Well, I can't imagine what else you would think it would be, because what are you doing? you kind of have to stop doing that.
It's so distracting, and I do so enjoy it, you know.
Well, let's not argue about this anymore.
Well, then let's stop fighting and get on with it. Hey, tell me this. If I fire you as my attorney, will you stop pretending that we don't have this phenomenal chemistry to go out with me?
What was the question?
No, not a question. It's a fact. Now, let's try an experiment, okay?
Okay.
Close your eyes.
No,
Why?
because I'm a control freak.
Close your eyes. Please. Now, don't open them till I tell you to. know, you have a spectacular mouth. I'm considering kissing you again, but I won't tell you when. Until we wait and then...
Pot me kettle! Now, who has an embarrassing attachment to a bad boy?
I understand what you're going through. I've understood since the day Michael was shot. So how did I become the enemy?
I have to protect my son.
Against me?
You've given up on him.
You've given up on us.
This isn't about us, Jax.
Yeah. You don't listen to me. You sure as hell won't let me help you. I mean, you've shut out everyone that disagrees with you.
I will carry this on my own if I have to. I don't want to, but I will.
This is the time that we should be supporting each other, not fighting.
Right? I wanted your support, you know, the first 24 hours when we didn't know if Michael was going to live or die. But you were stranded on some runway in Houston, and I sat there praying to God that you'd walk in the door and you would take me in your arms.
Look,
and you
I know
hold me.
going to Houston was a mistake. It was a mistake that I'll always regret. But I'm here now.
Your mistakes don't compare to mine. Way back when I made the decision to lie and tell everyone that Jason was Michael's father, I've been defending that lie for a decade. I have been defending the bad decision to bring my children, into their father's life.
You can't undo the past, okay? But you can make wiser choices for the future.
Okay, look. You don't have to do this, okay? You don't. I can take care of Michael all by myself.
Why? Because you have to be right no matter what the truth is? You and Michael against the world?
I will not turn my back on my son. Not even for you, Jax.
Well, aren't you the one who just testified in court on Anthony's behalf? Which means he's free because of you?
It was Rick's idea to get my father out. He's the one that put together all the testimony and all the witnesses. Trust me, your brother gets all the credit for this one.
You gotta love it when this woman says trust me.
Look, you weren't there. It was clear from opening arguments that my father was going to be released.
So naturally, you flip to the winning side.
Now that my father's a relatively sane man, his greatest weakness is once again his ego. He likes to bully the people in his life, especially the women in his life. So he thinks I lied on the stand because I'm afraid of him.
Aren't you?
I'm not afraid of anything. My father's an evil bastard. But I stopped being afraid of him a long time ago.
So now your father believes he's in charge, that way he won't see you coming when you decide to kill him. Because that's kind of like your pattern.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you let the target think that they're safe, just like when we negotiated the truce, right? And then, when they let their guard down, you kill them.
Let me go. Okay, obviously you're going through something really bad right now, and I can empathize because I've done some stupid stuff myself.
Nothing as stupid as coming after me again.
Trust me, if I had known you were here, this is the last place I would be.
You know what this is?
One of those really cool cuticle cutters.
This is a finely honed steel scalpel. No surgeon would be caught without one of these. You know how sharp these are?
Sharp.
This instrument can repair the most awful damage or create it. With it, I can save your life or take
No.
and tell your friend to come out of the shadows. I know you're out there. Why don't you come out and step into the light or hide like a coward and watch her bleed to death?
No, please don't hurt the fair Maximista, I beg you.
There's one. Now where's the other?
Right here.
Get out while you can,
No,
please.
you know what? Give me one good reason why you two shouldn't be married. Come on, it's obvious that you love each other. I knew that from the moment that I met Patrick. No, actually, I knew it when you were talking about him, Robin.
Okay, now you have officially crossed over the boundary.
Well, you think I want to get in the middle of this? I don't want to meddle, but your happiness and the happiness of the grandchild, there I've said it, the grandchild, you see, that is far more important to me than to remain silent. Unlike the baby daddy, who finds it positively acceptable to stand there saying absolutely nothing whatsoever.
You're doing fine by yourself.
You know, you have so many more advantages than Robert and I did. Come on, you have great careers. You're a doctor, You have plenty of money, and now you have a bun in the oven. So?
Muffin.
What?
Robin's right. I should go. So, enjoy.
Happy now?
What did he mean, Muffin?
It doesn't matter. You know, Patrick doesn't want to be married to anyone. Especially me.
Hey. How's my boy doing?
He's the same.
I know people think I'm crazy for asking that question, but I have to. Jax and Sonny have given up hope, but I can't.
I understand.
Hey, you're not the only mother in the room. Right now, I'm kind of worried about my own child. Where's your husband, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, he's at the house. He came home and he saw that I was setting up the room for Michael so he could come home with me, and we had a pretty big fight.
You know, honey, I would have been really happy to help you set up that room. I mean, you know, there's so little else that I can do to help.
I was afraid I'd have to fight you, too.
It's pretty obvious. You and your brother had plenty of reasons to hate me. Some of them are valid, I'd have to admit.
You mean like you locking Johnny in a padded cell and having him beaten?
So you figured a little judicious murder would soothe the emotional
I
wound.
was standing in the middle of the Metro Court Hotel talking to Carly when her kid was shot.
I never said you pulled the trigger. You wouldn't get your hands dirty. You'd get somebody else to do it for you. And maybe they missed and shot my son!
I'm not your only enemy, Sonny. My father has been sane for months. Certainly long enough to plan a hit. Maybe with the help of his new best friend, Rick.
Okay, you got proof?
No, not yet. But the list just keeps getting longer. I mean, there's Rick's father, Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Any thug who wants to move drugs through Port Charles knows you're in the way. Or the friends and the family of anyone you've eliminated. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened to your kid in that warehouse, but don't lay it on me. You brought it on yourself.
Hand that woman!
Tell him to drop the gun.
He's serious, Jason.
Perhaps Zen, Master Stone Cold just needs a moment to contemplate. Slice her open, I swear. Just put down the gun. He won't hurt her, okay?
What are you waiting?
He's not gonna kill you. You're his ticket out of here.
Why wouldn't I slit her throat? I already shot a child.
You were aiming at Sonny that night, weren't you?
Of course I was aiming at Sonny. There's no profit in killing a kid. You know, here's the funny part. If I hadn't been so conscientious about hitting civilians, I would have killed Sonny and then left before Kate or that little brat ever showed up. But all those workers, I was trying to be careful.
I can make this real easy for you, Devlin. Just tell me who hired you for the hit.
Let me describe to you the first time that I met Patrick. He was having sex with a nurse on top of an operating table in this hospital in Atlanta where he did his residency.
Well, he's changed his ways, right?
Briefly. But in retrospect, I think Patrick's monogamy had to do more with his HIV scare rather than his love for me. I mean, let's face it, he couldn't date anyone else at the time.
Don't underestimate him, though.
Patrick isn't about committed relationships. It's an unnatural state to him. And he is a deer in headlights when it comes to children.
You don't think you're just overreacting?
Mom, I said to him, I want to have a child, and he said, He said I don't, he's not sure about a lot of things, but Patrick's sure he doesn't want to be a father.
Are you having regrets?
No. Of course not. I mean, I wanted to be pregnant with Patrick's child. That is what I wanted. That is what I dreamt of. But this pregnancy was an accident. Patrick doesn't want to be a dad, and he certainly doesn't want to be married. And under these circumstances, I can't say I blame him.
All right. Well, clearly you have had this argument with yourself so much that you could write a book about it. But if it wasn't under these circumstances, would you want to marry him?
Any chance I can buy a drink?
Sure is. Hell, I do better business closed than I ever did open. It's a damn shame I couldn't sell tickets to Anna's drinking gymnastics earlier.
Robin's
I made
mother
a
is
fortune.
a dangerous woman, Luke.
Yeah? Scotch okay?
Perfect.
Did she put the moves on you?
Well, that's how the evening got started, and then it pretty much went downhill from there, and it all landed with a killer blow. She wants to know when I'm going to marry her daughter.
Ugh. Have another on the house.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, you gotta stop making out with me in the middle of a public place because it's undignified.
Lust so often is, darling.
Who said anything about lust?
Whatever you feel for me, it's intoxicating, and I fail to see the benefits of denial, so apology accepted.
I didn't apologize. What I wanted to tell you is that Diane, my friend, she's a little strange. In a nice way. Sometimes she's a little tactless and maybe a little single-minded.
How does she feel about passion?
Diane?
Has Diane any?
Well, of course she does. I know that she does. Actually, I've seen it. I mean, I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm just...
Diane is sleeping with Sonny's bodyguard, darling.
I did not say that. You did not hear that from me, okay? Because I don't... What?
Look.
Get off her right now. You are making a fool out of yourself. Thought you went home.
I want to say goodnight to Michael. How you doing, Bobby?
Ah, I'm sad for Michael, for Carly. I'm here, and I told Carly I'll do anything that I can to help.
Jack's found a place, the Aftercare Institute of Manhattan. You know anything about it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's very well known. It's a very well-respected facility.
You think Michael would be better in a place like that, or you think Carly should take care of it?
No, well, that's not my decision to make.
I know, but you're a nurse, and I thought maybe, if it were your child,
Don't put my mother in a corner.
maybe there's a place that she knows that would fit your needs.
My house fits my needs. It's familiar to Michael, and people love him there.
Can you talk to her?
You know what? I have to trust that you are both going to do what's best for Michael without destroying each other.
Sweetie, you take care. I'm coming back to see you tomorrow. Thank you. I've made my decision.
He's my son, too, Carly. In my heart. And in the eyes of the law.
What's that supposed to mean?
Tell me who paid you to hit Sonny.
Shoot him already!
Try that again, top guy. I'll slice her jugular.
Don't hurt her. Don't hurt her.
Shoot him before he kills me.
Please help her, please. Just give me a name. Just give me a name and I'll let you go.
That sounds like a very equitable
Do
compromise.
something, Jason!
You won't shoot me. You need a name, someone else to blame besides me.
Just tell him. Just tell him.
You want a big sinister conspiracy? Someone else you can fight? I won't hide your guilt, Morgan. The only thing that counts is that you failed to protect little Michael.
Who sent you to the warehouse? Who sent? Give me a name!
Why would I want to marry a man that doesn't want to marry me?
Honey, don't say that. That's just too painful for you, don't?
Ugh, you know what would be painful? Actually marrying him. Excruciating.
Okay, this is what I'm hearing, Robin. It's all very rational and sensible, but I don't believe a word of it. I really don't.
Okay, fine. Let's say that we give it a go and we make the effort and then the baby's born. All of a sudden reality sets in. Patrick's complaining because he's not getting enough sleep and he's allergic to the baby powder, and then he has to work late, so he's sleeping in the on-call room. He's starting to feel stifled, but he doesn't want to actually tell me about it. Then I will start to worry where he is in the evenings. One drink will turn into two at Jake's. Oh, and then there's this hot young thing playing pool, and, well, old habits die hard, Mom. So before my baby even turns 1, father of the child will be cheating on me, and then I'll be bitter and angry. And I mean, are we having fun yet?
Wow. Is there any possibility you could be wrong about any of this?
Minuscule, but I'm not sure it's worth it to find out, because I'm a successful doctor and I make a good living.
Yeah, sure. And that's why you want your child to sleep in the closet.
Oh, come on. I will move to a bigger apartment when I'm ready. And I'm going to take a long maternity leave as soon as this baby is born. Then when it's time to go back to work, I'll hire a nanny. I'm going to have a very peaceful, stress-free, loving home.
Male-free.
Well, he can be as involved or uninvolved as he wants to be. But, good intentions aside, the way you just terrorized him, I'm not sure he's going to want to have anything to do with me or this child.
I love Robin. She blew my comfortable, selfish life all to hell. And now a baby? Luke, I don't know anything about babies. I never wanted to. Now everybody's wanting me to go buy a house out in the burbs.
Oh, no, forget the burbs. How about a house on Charles Street? It's in great condition. My son's living there right now, but he needs to be more independent. I'll kick him out. I'll sell it to you cheap, even in this market.
I was under the impression that house meant a lot to your family, you know, for Laura's sake.
No, without Laura there, it's just a pile of sticks with curtains.
Were you happy when you found out you were going to be a father? I mean, do you enjoy raising your kids?
I shouldn't answer that because you are not me.
I'm lost here. Any advice is welcomed.
Well, Dr. Drake, I'm pretty allergic to advice, giving and taking it. But I will tell you this. If two people want fundamentally different things, eventually, no matter how strong the love is, it won't keep you together.
It is appalling that you, a flag bearer for the independent woman, is suddenly placing rules and restrictions on another woman.
Why are you trying this feminist issue? This is, I'm your friend. I'm telling you, the whole restaurant is watching.
I was having a nice conversation with Max.
You're having a conversation?
Yes.
What are you talking about? The difference between extortion and blackmail? Sports?
As it happens, yes, we were talking about our passion for the Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers. Who? Now you're just sad. It's a baseball team. And our love for the Dodgers was passed down to us by our respective fathers. Both died in the Wool Brooklyn bands. And yes, we were having a lively debate over whether, Brad Penny will, fulfill his potential. And I say yes. And whether, Nomar
Garcia
Parra is going to spend most of the season on the DL, disabled list.
So cute.
Which would be disastrous for the team.
Your brain has turned to mush.
Well, at least I am not choking on my own hypocrisy. How dare you come over and criticize my relationship with Max when you're sitting over there canoodling with Mr. Craig, the Metro Court hostage taker?
It's not that deep.
you shoot him?
Maximus doesn't understand. He was...
No, Jason's supposed to be this lethal hitman who can hit a jelly bean from a mile away, and he just stood there talking to the guy. He could have killed me.
Sorry that you're scared.
Scared? All I could think about the entire time was that Mac couldn't lose me so soon after Georgie. I couldn't do that to him.
But the check observes that you're relatively unscathed.
I could feel him shaking, and I thought his hand was gonna slip, and then all I could think of was I'm gonna bleed to death at a bus stop.
It's okay. You're safe.
I need to find my phone. I have to call 911. Don't you guys for 1 second think that I'm gonna help you cover this up. Calling my dad.
I'm just saying, right? Have you given thought to Morgan?
Morgan
Yeah, Morgan.
is safe and healthy, thank God. He's not lying in a hospital bed eating through a tube.
You don't think that's being a little selfish?
Don't you talk to me about being
How do you think Morgan's gonna handle seeing his brother that he worships lying in a bed strapped to a machine with tubes down his throat?
I will explain to Morgan that Michael has been badly hurt and that those machines are going to help him get better and they're going to help him wake up.
You gonna be honest with Morgan and tell him that the odds of him waking up are not good?
I'm going to teach him about hope, possibility.
The odds of him waking up are 1 in 10,000. That's what Patrick said. He needs to be in a facility where he gets care 24 hours, okay? By people who understand his condition.
Wouldn't that be a dream for you? Lock Michael away somewhere so you don't have to look at what you've done.
You got it wrong, Carly. Not for once, Sonny's thinking of someone but himself.
Wow. You despise Sonny, but when it comes to dumping Michael, you're in perfect
Nobody
agreement.
is dumping Michael. We're trying to get him the care he needs.
I can care for my son.
For how long? What about the rest of your life, Carly?
I don't know. I'm gonna take it one day at a time, Jax.
What about your other child? What about your business? Your business that gives you so much pleasure, your hotel. You notice how I'm not even bringing up your marriage, since that's the last thing on your mind
Look,
right
I cannot deal with your hurt feelings right now. My child is in a
Your
crisis.
child unfortunately is in a coma. His body is on that bed, but his spirit is somewhere else, Carly.
It makes it easier for you to believe that. Yeah, it does.
Wow.
And that's okay. That's fine if you want to believe that. You are no longer responsible for Michael. You don't have to worry about him because Michael doesn't need you, and neither do I.
Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna let you destroy Morgan.
Morgan is going to be happy and proud that I'm taking care of his brother.
I'll go to, if I have to, I'll go to court, and I'll have the judge order that Michael be sent to the place that Jax is talking about.
I mean, I don't want you to misunderstand me. I don't think that as soon as a child's in the mix that everybody should immediately get married. Because believe me, I know that a child doesn't necessarily make a successful marriage.
Yes. That's what you should say to Patrick. You should say, "I'm so sorry. I was drunk.
No.
I was suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome because I just found out I'm going to be a grandmother."
Well, yes, I mean, I am unsettled about that.
It doesn't matter your excuse. Just please tell him, under no circumstances do I want you to marry my daughter.
I'm not going to do it. It's a lie. No. Anyone with eyes can see that you are crazy about Patrick. And that you would love him to be involved with this baby, to be a committed full-time dad. But you have made up your mind that he doesn't feel the same. And the thing is, you're not even going to explore any possibilities. And that really makes me sad. I've always wanted you just to live your life with courage. And you do that. But I want you to be honest about your feelings. Because that's where you're going to find true happiness.
Do you like baseball? As a matter of fact, I do. Go Yankees.
Who?
Oh, no matter. I mean, if Diane and Max are making you uncomfortable, we can go somewhere else. I mean, I have a suite downstairs if you want.
She was talking to me about baseball. And the fact that you're a terrorist. Which reminded me that no matter how charming that you are, you're still a criminal.
Oh, come on, Alexis, can I have a little redemption here? I mean, can't a man, change for the better? Come on. Oh, I'm such a shame to let all this potential go to waste, don't you think?
Look, the dynamics of the game are so unpredictable, but I think if you have a really strong fitness program in place, your risk of injury is minimized. That's why I think every last one of them should do Pilates. It extended Gonzo's career by at least 5 years.
Do you have any idea how turned on I am right now?
What do you plan to do with that?
Already done.
Oh, I like the way you think. We're gonna let it ring.
Shall we?
I'm not buying that you've turned your life around. But even if you have, don't do it for me.
Ah, ye of little faith.
Because, a few kisses here and there really don't matter much.
Right?
Alexis Davis. Ian Devlin. Are you sure Jason Morgan killed him? No, I'll take a statement. I want to do it myself. I'll be right there. Always interesting.
I know in the past I have hid my feelings and lived in kind of a bubble. But I don't think that's what I'm doing now. Patrick has been painfully honest with me about what he wants and doesn't want, and I respect him enough to accept that.
I don't buy it.
I'm really nervous. I am, but the whole thing would be overwhelming whether or not I'm with the most supportive and wonderful man in the world. Parenthood is huge.
Yes, it changes your life.
I know, but marrying Patrick isn't my be-all, end-all. I do care about him, and he's giving me the most wonderful gift. But I assure you, I don't want to marry him right now, so I think that you, with all of your persuasive powers, should find him and tell him that, right now, please.
Okay. I'll go find Patrick and I'll talk to him.
Thank you.
I think that's a mistake, no. Oh, the rebels are revolting.
What?
I'm gonna have to go.
Well, after you talk to Patrick.
No, I can't do that right now. I'm gonna have to parachute in.
Mom, you said that you would go talk to him.
Yes, I will. As soon as I get back. I'll come back. I'll help you paint the closet or whatever it is, and it'll be fine. I promise. I will take care of it. I love you, Molly.
It's a nursery, not a closet.
So, Ian's dead. Jason killed him. And he was even there when the police showed up.
Well, finally a hitman who can actually hit something. Can I buy you a martini? I feel like celebrating.
And I suggest that you keep a clear head. Now assure me that there's no link between you, me, and Ian Devlin.
Ian was the link. He's dead.
There's spite and bitterness are Ian's better qualities. And it's not a stretch to imagine that before he died, he found a way to give us up to Jason.
Yeah, the right to remain silent. Anything
Mr. Morgan should be showered with praise. He was acting in the defense of Brave Maximista, Commissioner Scorpio's daughter.
Can't afford an attorney. What will be
Tell him.
supplied for you?
It was horrible.
Maxie, Dad.
Oh, thank God. Oh, sweetheart. When I heard you were involved in a shooting.
I know.
What happened?
I know it sounds crazy, but Dr. Devlin admitted to shooting Michael Corinthos in front of me and Jason and Spinelli.
Why would he kill a little boy?
No, he's a psychopath. He He wasn't even sorry about it. He said he was going to kill me too with a scalpel. And then Jason and Spinelli came to save me. Actually, Jason shot Dr. Devlin, but Spinelli, he did most of the saving.
Take Morgan down to the station.
Sonny's standing here threatening to take my child away from me, and you act like you don't even hear him.
Well, his methods might be questionable, but his impulse is right. You cannot give Michael the care he needs without doing harm to Morgan and yourself.
I don't want to go to court. Just don't make me.
Oh, you're damn right. I'm gonna make you. I will jump at the chance to tell the judge how you left Michael defenseless so you could save your girlfriend. I will gladly tell him how you want to lock Michael away so you don't have to look at your reminder of what a failure of a father you are.
I know what I've done, and I'm going to carry that to the day that I die. But I will not let it keep me from doing right by my boys or by you.
You both can go to hell because we don't need you.
You don't worry about a thing. You hear me, Michael? I'm gonna take you home tomorrow, and everything's gonna be okay.
On the next General Hospital.
They can only get better from here.
We're gonna get you through this, Nicholas.
I love you. Tell me who Devlin's accomplice is.
Running may be the only way to save your life.